Today's Wonton Wednesday. I'm running a little bit late, but I'm going to get it up for today for sure. And it's a collaboration that I was invited to by Vicky, Vicky's Country Home. We also have Our Wandering Footprints, Diane the Canny Nana, myself, Tressa Stay at Home Life, and Coco Noel. And we're going to do recipes for 4 weeks in January. I forgot what month it was. And mine's going to be a baked wonton with a dipping sauce. I've never tried this recipe before. It sounds good. It's a little Asian. And I'll put my own spin on it. So let's get started. I have all my ingredients prepared. And there's a couple of ingredients I'm not using, like water chestnuts. We don't care for those. So you just need 2 cups, or however many you want to make, of chicken breast already cooked, shredded. I just threw it in the Instant Pot for like 15-20 minutes, and it comes out really tender. You can just pull it apart. And I'm going to add more carrots because I'm not adding the water chestnut. So I need this is 1 carrot grated, shredded, and you can make this recipe low fat also. I don't have any low fat mayonnaise, but you put a little bit of mayonnaise in, like about a third of a cup. I might be putting a little bit less. And like I said, I'm using full fat. And you need a little bit of garlic. I minced it as fine as I could. A little bit of ginger, about an inch of ginger. My daughter doesn't care for ginger because I don't put a lot. And I only have frozen green onions, so I'm just going to throw those in. And it calls for an egg white, so I'm going to put an egg white in. And then it calls for 2 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce. I think I'm going to put 1 of each because the chicken's not really seasoned. So I'll put 1 tablespoon of the low sodium. And my oven just beeped, so it's ready. And then I'll put 1 tablespoon of the regular. And sometimes I use tamari, sometimes I use this, but I like Kiko Man. And it doesn't call for this, but I'm going to add just like 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. I really like the flavor oyster sauce gives, but I'm not going to add too much because it's pretty strong. And like I said, you could add any Asian ingredients you wanted to. And I'm just going to mix this up. I might should have chopped my chicken with a knife or the food processor. Or used egg roll wrappers instead. I've never used wonton wrappers, so it says you just wrap them up like a candy wrapper, basically. So it's supposed to be pretty easy. So you want to mix this well. I guess the egg white is to help bind it together. Okay, so that's mixed, so you can see. And you could put mushrooms or whatever you wanted in here. Okay, so I'm going to get prepared to start wrapping them up. I made a couple. They're a little bit harder to wrap than what the book says, but it's just to put 2 teaspoons of filling, but I think my chicken's too big, so I'm only putting about 1 teaspoon. And you want to have a little bit of water and a little, or you can use your fingers. You don't have to have a pastry brush. And I don't know if I said, you need to preheat your oven to 425. So I just put a little bit in the center, if you can see. And then I'm just going to wet the edges. And I'm going to take it, and excuse my nails, they are so bad. I'm really embarrassed, but I just have been lazy and I just haven't wanted to go. That's the honest truth. And then I take it and I press it down, and then I fold it over, and then just, well, this one's not going to work for me. And then I just twist it closed like a candy wrapper. So I'll do another one. Not that good at this. I think I would have been better off using egg roll wrappers. Like I said, if you don't overfill, it's not too bad. But you want to have some filling in there. And it smells really good. And then you want to just fold it over and then just wrap the edges. And then I'll just fold over the top and make it stick. I'll just try to fold it closed, press it closed with my fingers like this. And it probably won't be the prettiest thing, but they'll be tasty. It's got a good sauce to go with it. So, okay, let's make the last little. I think I'm gonna just bake a few just to see how they are. And you can fry these as well, like you do with egg rolls. Yeah, my chickens should be chopped up a little bit smaller. So I'm just gonna put a little bit in the center. And I hope you can see what I'm doing. My kitchen's a little bit dark. So I'm just gonna wet the edges. I'm sure the more you do, the better you'll become. And you can, as long as they're, you know, closed, it really doesn't matter how you fold them, to be honest with you. And you can just do like this, make a triangle. It's sealed, so that works. That might actually be easier. Just fold that over and then just twist the edges. And then I want to show you the next step is to take cooking spray, because we're not frying them, but you want to get golden. I'm going to use some olive oil spray. You can use any kind of spray you want. And it says just to spray the tops and then put them in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes. So let's test these. And after I put them in the oven, we'll make the dipping sauce. And then these take about 15 to 20 minutes, it says. But I'll keep my eye on them. To show you, I made one more pan. They're pretty small, but at least I think they're sealed enough. But I'm going to put these in the oven and then we'll make the sauce. I just wanted to show you that I'm having better luck folding them into a triangle. And see, they're sealed on all the edges. I'm going to make these, the rest of these, I'm going to pop them in the freezer on a sheet pan, and then I'm going to put them in a Ziploc bag, and then we can bake them whenever we want, because we won't eat this many, and it's a great appetizer. So I just wanted to show you that. The dipping sauce, we need any kind of jalapeno jelly. I have this one. It's jalapeno pepper jelly by Tabasco. I don't know if I can open it. Anyway, and some rice vinegar, and a tablespoon of low sodium soy sauce. I'm going to half the sauce, and I'll write the ingredients, the amount in the book and on the recipe under my video. And my oven's about to beep, so I have to try to get this open. This is embarrassing. I'll be back. That booger open, and I'm gonna. It looked like you could see the jalapeno seeds in there. Oh, it smells so good. I want to make my own jalapeno jelly, but I've never tried it yet. This one smells really good. And it looks pretty hot. It calls for a half a cup, but I'm only going to put like a fourth of a cup or less, because this looks pretty spicy. Can you see that? Sorry. I have to get it all off. It's an OCD thing, I think. Sorry if I offend anyone saying that. I didn't mean it. A tablespoon of low sodium soy sauce. Doesn't sound like these flavors would go well together, but I think they will. And it calls for a fourth of a cup of this. So I'm just going to put like an eighth of a cup. And then we're going to just microwave this until it melts. And we can stir it. And then I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like. It's pretty thin and it's hot. I can't really grab the... But see how thin it gets? You could put some green onions on top, or sesame seeds, or nothing. I'm going to leave it plain. I'm going to let the pot stickers cool for a second, and then we'll taste them both ways. Some of them are hot, but I did some in the triangles, which were kind of easier to fold for me. And then these weren't too difficult. You just have to have patience, I guess. I don't have a lot of patience, but next we'll do the taste test. Hey everybody, now it's time for the taste test. No, these are definitely lower calories since you're using white chicken meat and you're baking them. And I tasted the sauce and it's just so good. This would be good with egg rolls or anything. I think I'm going to try this sauce with egg rolls. And these would be good with a little cabbage in them too. Like I said, you don't have much room though, because with wonton wrappers you only put a little bit. So I'm going to dip it in the sauce and then I'm going to taste it. I'm getting, sorry, the inside. They're really good. I really like them. And they even got crunchy baked. See? The little cooking spray trick works. So these are definitely a lighter version of pot stickers. But I'll put the recipe that I used underneath. And I want to thank everybody in the collaboration. This is so much fun. And I hope you try this recipe. And if you do, let me know. And if you like these type of videos, please subscribe. And I'll see you soon.